In a rapidly evolving geopolitical landscape, tensions between Iran, the United States, and Israel have reached new and potentially perilous dimensions, with digital infrastructure and corporate entities now seemingly in the crosshairs of conflict. Recent reports from the Financial Times have surfaced, indicating that an Iranian strike has purportedly targeted critical digital infrastructure in the Gulf. This includes a significant blow to the Amazon Web Services cloud computing facility in Bahrain, a pivotal hub that underpins a myriad of digital services across West Asia. While the precise extent of the damage remains cloaked in uncertainty, the implications of such an attack resonate far beyond the immediate vicinity, signaling a potential shift in the nature and targets of regional hostilities. Historically, the focus of military engagements has predominantly been on physical targets such as military bases, logistics hubs, and vital energy infrastructure. However, this recent development marks a discernible shift, extending the conflict into the digital domain, an area that forms the backbone of modern economies. Bahrain's Oz facilities are integral to a wide range of operations encompassing financial systems and government platforms. Consequently, even a partial disruption could have cascading effects on connectivity, data access, and service continuity for numerous organizations spanning multiple countries. This escalation aligns with Iran's recent rhetoric, which has increasingly cast major U.S. technology firms in the role of adversaries. The Iranian government has accused these corporations of facilitating surveillance and operational support for U.S. and Israeli actions, painting them as complicit in what Tehran perceives as aggressive maneuvers against its sovereignty. The reported strike on Oz suggests that corporate and technological assets may now be perceived as legitimate targets, either directly or as collateral in the broader conflict. Adding to the tension, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps has issued a stark warning to major American corporations, signaling a potential escalation of hostilities beyond traditional military targets. In a statement released on Tuesday, the airjack identified 18 major U.S. companies, including global tech giants like Apple, Google, Meta, and Microsoft, as potential targets in forthcoming strikes. The warning is particularly ominous given the IRGC's allegations that these companies, especially through their artificial intelligence and internet communication technologies, have been instrumental in enabling surveillance and intelligence gathering against Iran. The IRGC's warning is not without specifics. It comes with a timeline indicating that reprisal attacks will commence from 2000 Iran time on April 1. The statement further advised employees of these corporations to vacate their workplaces and urged civilians living within a 1-kilometer radius of such facilities to evacuate. This development underscores a significant broadening of the conflict into the economic and digital domains, as Tehran vows retaliation not only against direct aggressors, but also against entities it deems complicit. Meanwhile, the geopolitical chessboard is further complicated by recent events in the Middle East. Tensions have been exacerbated by U.S. President Donald Trump's claims of engaging in serious negotiations with the Iranian leadership. However, these assertions are juxtaposed against a backdrop of escalating violence. Trump recently shared a video depicting a massive explosion in Iran, purportedly occurring in the city of Isfahan. Media reports suggest that this explosion was the result of joint U.S. and Israeli strikes on a significant ammunition depot in the region, utilizing 2,000-pound bunker buster bombs. The situation is further inflamed by Iranian missile strikes targeting central Israel, with the Iron Dome defense system reportedly failing to intercept the barrage. Israeli authorities, however, have maintained that the missiles either were intercepted or fell in open areas, minimizing potential casualties. The U.S. Central Command publicly shared footage of military strikes in Iran, emphasizing that U.S. forces are actively working to diminish the Iranian regime's capacity to project power beyond its borders. This series of events unfolds amid reports from the Wall Street Journal suggesting that President Trump is contemplating a strategic pivot in his approach to the conflict with Iran. The publication cites officials within the Trump administration who claim that the president is considering ending the U.S. military campaign against Iran, even if the strategically critical Strait of Hormuz remains largely closed. This marks a dramatic shift in strategy as Trump appears to be recalibrating priorities, focusing on debilitating Iran's naval capabilities and missile infrastructure before potentially winding down military operations. The closure of the Strait of Hormuz, a vital artery through which nearly 20% of global oil flows, poses significant economic risks. The longer this choke point remains inaccessible, the greater the disruption to the global economy, with rising fuel prices and supply shortages already impacting multiple countries, including key U.S. allies. Industries dependent on materials such as fertilizer and helium are beginning to feel the strain, underscoring the far-reaching consequences of this geopolitical standoff. Despite these developments, President Trump's stance on the situation has been somewhat inconsistent. At times, he has adopted a hardline posture, threatening to target civilian energy infrastructure if the strait is not reopened by a specific deadline. Conversely, he has also downplayed the importance of the strait's closure, suggesting that it is a problem for other nations to resolve. This ambiguity in messaging adds layers of complexity to an already volatile situation. In Washington, the administration's internal discourse reflects the tension between maintaining military pressure and pursuing diplomatic avenues. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt recently stated that the U.S. is working towards restoring normal operations in the Strait, although she did not explicitly list it among the core military objectives. These objectives include targeting Iran's naval forces, missile capabilities, defense industry, and nuclear program. The broader implications of this conflict and the potential targeting of digital and corporate assets raise critical questions about the future trajectory of hostilities in the region. As the situation continues to unfold, the international community watches closely, aware that the stakes are not confined to the immediate region, but resonate globally, affecting economies, politics, and international relations. In a rapidly shifting geopolitical landscape, the escalating tensions between Iran, the United States, and Israel have taken a new and potentially dangerous dimension, with digital infrastructure and corporate entities now seemingly in the crosshairs of conflict. Recent reports from the Financial Times have surfaced indicating that an Iranian strike has purportedly targeted critical digital infrastructure in the Gulf. This includes a significant blow to the Amazon Web Services cloud computing facility in Bahrain, a pivotal hub that underpins a myriad of digital services across West Asia. While the precise extent of the damage remains cloaked in uncertainty, the implications of such an attack resonate far beyond the immediate vicinity, signaling a potential shift in the nature and targets of regional hostilities. Historically, the focus of military engagements has predominantly been on physical targets such as military bases, logistics hubs, and vital energy infrastructure. However, this recent development marks a discernible shift, extending the conflict into the digital domain, an area that forms the backbone of modern economies. Bahrain's Oz facilities are integral to a wide range of operations, encompassing financial systems and government platforms. Consequently, even a partial disruption could have cascading effects on connectivity, data access, and service continuity for numerous organizations spanning multiple countries. This escalation aligns with Iran's recent rhetoric, which has increasingly cast major U.S. technology firms in the role of adversaries. The Iranian government has accused these corporations of facilitating surveillance and operational support for U.S. and Israeli actions, painting them as complicit in what Tehran perceives as aggressive maneuvers against its sovereignty. The reported strike on Oz suggests that corporate and technological assets may now be perceived as legitimate targets, either directly or as collateral in the broader conflict. The situation is further complicated by Iran's issuance of a sweeping and unprecedented warning to major American corporations. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps has issued statements threatening potential strikes on 18 U.S. companies, including global tech giants such as Apple, Google, Meta, and Microsoft, along with hardware and infrastructure players like Intel, IBM, Cisco, and H. This list also includes companies such as Tesla, NVIDIA, Oracle, JP Morgan, Chase, and Boeing. The Iraqi has alleged that these companies, particularly through their artificial intelligence and internet communication technologies, have played a role in enabling surveillance, intelligence gathering, and targeted operations inside Iran. They are accused of being part of what is described as a broader espionage network supporting U.S.-Israeli actions. The development comes amid a backdrop of heightened military activity in the region. Reports indicate that Iranian missiles have hit central Israel, although the Israeli Defense Forces claim that the missiles were either intercepted or allowed to fall in open areas. The situation has been further inflamed by a video shared by Donald Trump showing a massive explosion in Iran, which media reports claim took place in the city of Isfahan early Tuesday. The Wall Street Journal reported that the explosion was the result of U.S. and Israeli joint strikes on a major ammunition depot in Isfahan, which was reportedly hit with 2,000 LB bunker buster bombs. As the conflict intensifies, the U.S. administration under President Donald Trump is signaling a potential shift in strategy. According to a bombshell report by the Wall Street Journal, Trump has expressed a willingness to end the U.S. military campaign against Iran, even if the strategic Strait of Hormuz remains largely closed. The president has told aides he is willing to end the war, even if the strategic Strait of Hormuz remains largely closed, a senior official reportedly said. This marks a significant departure from the previous hardline stance, where reopening the world's most critical oil artery was considered essential to ending hostilities. The Strait of Hormuz is a vital choke point for global oil supplies, with nearly 20% of global oil flows passing through it. Its closure has already begun to disrupt global economies, leading to rising fuel prices and supply shortages affecting multiple countries, including key U.S. allies. Industries dependent on materials like fertilizer and helium are also beginning to feel the strain. Despite these challenges, Trump appears to have assessed that a mission to reopen the choke point would extend the conflict beyond his preferred timeline of 4 to 6 weeks. Instead, the U.S. is focusing on achieving its primary goals, weakening Iran's navy and reducing its missile capabilities before winding down hostilities and applying diplomatic pressure on Tehran to restore the free flow of trade. Further complicating the situation are conflicting signals from the U.S. administration. While Trump has indicated a desire to end the conflict, recent military movements suggest otherwise. The U.S. Tripoli and the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit have entered the Middle East, while elements of the 82nd Airborne have been ordered to deploy. The administration is also reportedly considering sending an additional 10,000 ground troops. It's the job of the Pentagon to create maximum optionality for the commander-in-chief, said a senior administration official, emphasizing that no additional decisions have been made regarding ground operations. The potential expansion of the conflict into the economic and digital domain raises significant concerns about the implications for global stability. By explicitly naming multinational corporations, particularly in the tech and finance sectors, Iran is signaling an expansion of the conflict beyond traditional military targets. Tehran has repeatedly vowed retaliation not only against direct perpetrators, but also against entities it considers complicit. As such, the recent developments underscore the interconnectedness of military, economic, and technological domains in modern conflict. The situation remains fluid, with diplomatic efforts continuing alongside military operations. The administration has emphasized that diplomacy remains the top priority, but military objectives must also be achieved. Diplomacy is his number one option and priority, a White House spokesperson reiterated, stressing that the president is open to dialogue if a viable deal emerges. As the conflict unfolds, the world watches closely, recognizing the potential for far-reaching consequences. The targeting of digital infrastructure and corporate entities represents a new frontier in the geopolitical landscape, one that could have profound implications for global economies and security. The coming weeks will be critical in determining the trajectory of this conflict and its impact on the broader international community.